I think Madonna's been cultivating her unique image since the day she was born.
She has the soul of an artist.
It's like she was her own canvas and hyper aware of what people were seeing and feeling about her.
Madonna, I think, was always trying to get a reaction out of people.
I came to the University of Michigan from a school in New York. I knew a couple of people, and we got an apartment together. It was a couple of guys and me, but I needed someone to share my room. And someone said, oh, there's a girl in the department who is looking for a roommate too. I remember the first time that she came over, she was a little intimidating to me. She had a shirt on that was all cut up, like she had taken scissors and cut it up on purpose. She sat on the couch opposite me and kind of just took over the room. The two guys were like, just like staring, which of course I didn't like at all. We lived in a sort of modern high-rise apartment building called University Towers. She was fun to live with. Once we got to know each other, she could be so sweet and very affectionate, a lot of teasing, a lot of double entendre, a lot of a sense of being allies. She needed an ally. In the ground floor was Miller's ice cream parlor, and we both got jobs there at the same time. And I remember the woman who hired us was this big woman named Barb, and she was really tough. And in the interview, she said, you girls have to wear bras. And so we had this big discussion when we got back up to the room about, okay, are you gonna wear a bra? I mean, I'm not gonna have her tell me whether I'm gonna wear a bra or not, and that sort of thing. She could make anything look good, like an old man's shirt that I didn't want anymore, and she would like raid it out of my closet and she'd put it on, and I'd look at it and I go, wait a minute, that looks really good. Why did I throw that out? And then of course she'd keep it.
Hello, Junior. This is Madonna. Are you there?
She scrounged everything she had. She borrowed, she stole stuff. She, it was all about obtaining. Down in the basement of Miller's was where they kept all the food. We would go down and get frozen fish and cans of soup and of course ice cream. And so that's what we lived on. I hate to say it. A night after we'd been out dancing, got home at 2 or 3 in the morning, she'd be up at maybe 8 o'clock in the morning, out the door, and in the dance department.
She was an excellent student, very disciplined. I remember her standing always in the front row. She got into many major dances that we did that would normally not even cast undergraduates, much less a freshman. One of the highlights for me was the duet that I made for her with Josh Cabot, which is a kind of male-female confrontation, face-to-face. It was sexual. She has to roll on him and be on her hands and confront him. She really, I think, uses all of her power that she had then to do it. She was very, very small. I bet she weighed less than 100 pounds. And so she didn't have a lot of power and strength. There's a softness and actually a vulnerability that's really beautiful that comes out. There's no question in my mind that she would have been a professional dancer if she wanted to have gone that route. I remember going dancing with her and Christopher Flynn. Now, this is not something that I did.
The Rubaiyat, it was the gay bar in town. It was the best place to go dancing. It was the only place to go dancing.
That she could go discoing with her teachers as a freshman was kind of a big deal. I mean, freshmen didn't go out dancing with their teachers.
The mission was, as you got to the dance floor, to clear the place out, so that we would be in the center of the room and everybody else would just like cut us a lot of space. One time we were dancing together and we were both really into it and having a great time, and she slugged me. She didn't intend to slug me, but she really nailed me good. She kept dancing and I went in the bathroom and put cold water on my face till the swelling went down. And then I went back onto the dance floor and she seemed really impervious to that. It seems like if you were dancing with somebody and your hand made really strong contact with their face that you would know it, right? I think I told her, I said, hey, you slugged me, but I don't remember her being particularly apologetic.
The First met Madonna in Christopher Flynn's ballet class. Madonna was, I think, a favorite of Christopher's, definitely. He liked to use her to demonstrate the way he liked the dancing done. I remember thinking, this kid's gonna go somewhere. I had designed a dance that was based on a street scene, a theatrical dance. Madonna was a very theatrical performer, so she was one I asked immediately to be in my dance. Each dancer did a solo, and they would dance in front of their images. One of the photographs I took of her, she didn't think was flattering. It was a shot where she's sort of bending over, looking between her legs. It sort of showed how Madonna would try something just to be outrageous.
It just was sort of her MO all the time. Just being a little outrageous and trying to attract a lot of attention. And if you went into a room, like a party or something like that, you could feel everything in the room kind of changing so that all of a sudden she was the focus of the room.
Madonna's early struggles, in fact, she lost her mother, I think, always made her needful of that kind of attention.
I did feel that the driving force was a little rooted in need. She talked about her mom and how much she missed her. And when my mother would call me on the phone and we'd be talking, I would look up and I'd see her standing there sort of listening to us. She was sad.
Give me comfort in your arms.
There were moments when we were alone together and we were just talking where I just felt like, okay, this is who she really is. You know, this is an unguarded moment. We collided in this interesting way because she appeared to want to be my friend and made great protestations of affection and love for me and so on and so forth. So just simply a friend, you know, a girlfriend love. There was never anything sexual between us. Though there was a lot of physical affection and hugs and kisses and so on, but in a Victorian way. Whether that was genuine or not, who knows, you know? I did feel that for all our closeness, that I wouldn't put it past her to walk out the door, go hang out with somebody else and, you know, say something about me.
My sense of Madonna was that she didn't waste time.
She didn't want to spend 4 years getting a degree.
Her passion was herself, the project of Madonna.
I think she was tired of the preparation work that goes into being a performer, and she wanted to go out and make her mark.
She wanted to move on, which we supported.
Madonna had decided to go to New York. She was a little nervous, you could tell. The last time I saw her and spoke to her was when we put her on the airplane.
She had one foot out the door, I mean, in terms of our friendship.
The power of goodbye.
Coming up,
Don't look back and don't think about what you're doing.
the film role inspired by Madonna's real-life struggle for success.
I'll do anything for money, because money is my love.